Your family is dependent on you, and you need to make sure that they are protected no matter what happens. Sometimes this means thinking about things that no one really wants to think about, such as dying prematurely. But it's a vital question. What would your family do if you or your spouse were suddenly gone? Without both incomes, how would your family pay for things like your home mortgage, car payments, college tuition? Even everyday expenses like groceries can become a real burden. So when it comes down to it, there is one simple rule. If someone will suffer financially when you die, you need life insurance. It's the best way to protect your family from financial hardship. It's easy to feel invincible when old age seems so far away, but the reality is, every single day people die young without warning. It happens to those in their 40s, 30s, and even their 20s. The simple fact is, 1 in 5 men and 1 in 7 women won't live to retirement age. Even though no one wants to think it, there's always a chance you could be one of those unlucky people. The one thing that you shouldn't leave to chance is your family's security. If your death is untimely, you want to be sure that you leave them debt-free and financially secure. Life insurance can provide tax-free money to your family. Money to pay the mortgage, pay off bills, pay for education, and the many other expenses that come up. And, of course, these funds can help take care of funeral arrangements during a time when the last thing they should be worrying about is money. This young father was only 34 when his wife died in a car accident, leaving him with 3 children to look after. With the loss of the mother's income, the family struggled to make mortgage payments because his income alone was not enough. Eventually, the family couldn't afford their home any longer and had to move into an apartment in a different neighborhood. They had to sell their brand new SUV because the payments were just too steep and replace it with a used car. Tuition at the state university was now out of the question. Community college was really the only option. Or how about the husband and father from our first portrait? He did have a life insurance policy, but it just wasn't enough. His battle with cancer lasted for years, and the medical bills kept piling up. Their savings in 401k vanished, and they had pushed their credit cards to the limit. The life insurance payment they received had to be spent immediately on paying off their debt, leaving nothing left over to replace the husband's income. So for most families, it's easy to see why you need life insurance. The good news is, life insurance is more affordable than you might think. And the sooner you buy a life insurance policy, the cheaper your premiums can be. By having a life insurance policy in place, you will ease the financial burden on your family if you left them behind. Maybe they'll never have to use it, but you can rest easy knowing that the money will be there if they need it. Call us today so that you can put a plan in place that ensures that your loved ones are protected.